Just amazing geniuses we're seeing of people who the rest of the world would say had no knowledge of their reality. You don't necessarily have to make it your career to be a humanitarian. That doesn't have to be your goal. You could still say, I want to be a business person. You could still say, I want to be a community leader. You could still say, I want to be involved in nursing or engineering. No matter what the situation is, no matter where life throws you, bearing in mind this knowledge, bearing in mind this hope, bearing in mind this strength of character that can lead to change, because wherever we are, we can make change happen. My message for you today, my final challenge for you this evening, is to go out not the same way we came in. Is to go out in the world not just as we were before. My challenge is realizing that around the world, there are people who are suffering and dying today from hunger and disease. Realizing that there are people who are living with far less resources than we have. Realizing that there are kids throughout Africa, over 640 million kids around the world, who want to go to school and can't go to school. When we traveled to Liberia, we saw kids who are going to school every day without a roof, without windows, without doors. A school called Becky Primary School, and we got there and we walked into the school. 600 kids were there, and they had no roof. We were there for 15 minutes, and we were sweating. But these kids would come to school every single day, willing to learn. They were in 5 rooms, 600 kids, crammed together, no rows between them. Some kids came with one piece of paper. Sometimes one kid would have a pencil, another would have paper, and they would have to work together and share that. Despite how little they had, those kids were showing up because they believed that no matter what the odds were against them, there was a better tomorrow. I challenge you, my friends, to find something to do as you leave this auditorium today. I challenge you to find something in either your personal life or your personal community to make change on. I also want to remind you that in changing the world, it's not about saying I can change 1,000 lives. It's not about saying I can change 10,000 lives. And definitely not about saying I can change 1 million lives. The key, my friends, is to remember that even if one life, even if it's your life or one other life is changed, you have made by far a greater impact in the world than most presidents, prime ministers, or queens. You've made by far more change than any military, any conqueror, and any colonial person who leads colonization. This is my message for you. Go out and make change happen and change the world. Don't wait for governments. Don't wait for large states. Do it yourself. I thank you.